right, so today we're going to be using the Parker AeroShave safety razor. This one's an aluminum safety razor by Parker. Here's how it comes in. Fits in there just like that. Weighs 39 grams without any blades in it. The feel of it, yeah, I mean, this is high-end tech for Parker. You know, Parker's made for the budget friendly in mind, and this one is not. It has a washer up here so it doesn't scar the bottom or the base plate, which it has a nice little logo. I am noticing a little bit of play, but there's no blade in it. It does have the bar setup here that I like instead of a post setup. This is a total review, so I'm going to be using my baseline, which are Persona Gem Blades, Ariana and Evans Shaving Soap. Okay, so where you see the Parker, that's the base plate, or that's the bottom of the base plate. That was a little weird. Ariana and Evans Shaving Soap, because it's a review, and these are my baselines for this year. I already lathered up my face with the Simpson T3. I'll put all these links down below for you. Weight of this razor is 39 grams. The blade exposure is positive at 0.015. That mark on it's from me grabbing it. It's smudged. And there's an XL version and the standard version. The XL, I think, gets you like a ½ inch more, which not a bad idea. It feels light in the hands. Let's go in here for the first pass. And you can tell it's a very mild blade. The blade gap is 0.59, or I should say 59 millimeters. Yeah, it's 5 days of growth. It's struggling a little bit. Yeah, it's very mild. If you're an everyday shaver, probably you're gonna like this one. I'm having a little bit of trouble with stability of it, meaning when I'm going down my face, you know what I mean? It's kind of, it's moving, it's walking on me. The razor is walking. I don't know if I've ever had a razor do that to me before. You know, it just kind of like, it's hard to keep it in place. Keep going here. All right. Detailing. It's got a low profile. Let's see how it does. I rock mine in. It has a weird sound to it. I shouldn't say weird, different. All right, let's give that a rinse. Not bad. It is 5 days of growth, but I mean, like if I took a Henson or a Mercur 34C, I could have got through that. So I'm thinking it's more mild than those. It wanting to, ride all over my face. A lot of times I'll say the razor's on autopilot, meaning it just stays and maintains an angle. And this one is not that. Just beautiful soap. Well, that's another thing that Parker sells are these adjustable shaving stands for knots like the T3, any of the T models, because they have fat handles like, Timeless, it'll fit on there as well because it's adjustable. I'll link that down below because these, I'll compare it. These ones you always get on Amazon, like this one, right? The prongs don't move up front. So you can't get any freaking shaving brush on there. Maybe a cheap one. I don't know. So you always got to stick it down here on the bristles. I don't particularly care for that. That's why I like the adjustable one. That's been out for quite a long time. I have, reviewed that in the past or put it in quite a few videos. Maybe not. But it's an ingenious idea. I recommend going out and buying one of those, especially if you have, it'll fit any of your handles for your shaving brushes. Like this one here, this is an AP Shave Co. Or this is from AP Shave Co. This is that STP or something like that by Mule. This brush was very popular, I don't know, 8 years ago. It's okay. All right, so across the grain. And I have to say this, that was a lot of growth. But again, other razors would have taken it, but let's see how it does now on my second pass. Oh, against the grain. That was a nice close pass there. It felt good. Now let me go across the grain here. I can't go a full stroke without noticing that it didn't pick up all the hair. One thing to note, it's mild. It's definitely mild. Beginner razor, absolutely. Or made for beginners, where you're not going to cut the hell out of yourself. Oh yeah. That price, currently right now it's $65. And that price is pretty hefty price tag for Parker. They normally don't charge that much for their razors. But it being CNC-milled instead of casted, I get it. What did I think about this razor? Well, I got to tell you, it's very mild. 100%, it's very mild. I think it's a great razor for beginners or even, someone who's been shaving for a long time if you want a mild razor. It's definitely that. The only problem I found with it is it wanted to move on my face. When I was shaving, I couldn't get, it was walking. I don't like that. Maybe it was all the growth, but like I said, other safety razors that I've reviewed didn't have that problem. On the second pass across the grain, I couldn't go a full stroke with it. That's just meaning it's a very mild razor. So that's why I tell everybody, don't go off blade gap. It's how the blade is seated in there and how it lands on your face. It's the angle of attack, kind of like a plane when they're landing, angle of attack. You want to be in that slope. But yeah, I can see why a lot of people are buying it. If you're already a Parker fan, I would jump on it. You know, Parker is known for it being budget friendly. A lot of their razors are, are under $40, and they're really good razors. Up against the Parker, I think it was the Parker 78R. That one, it feels a little cheap in your hands because it's got a tiny handle, but it shaved exceptionally well. I might do a test against that one to this one. I mean, I know this one's CNC milled, but I thought the Parker 79R was, I don't know, a better shave. But hey, I get it. If you're a Parker fan, you're going to jump on this, and I can understand that. Going into my post-shave routine, if you want to stick around and watch, I always go in with an alum block when I get done shaving because it's like a truth teller. The alum block is wet. Little tingle right here. Little tingle through here, which is not uncommon for me. Nothing up top. That was a lot for that razor. I really pushed it. I probably should have shaved with it with a few days less. I'm thinking like maybe 2 or 3 days. It would have been perfect for it. But I think it was just a little too much for it. Yeah, definitely a little too much for it. All right, so this is my post-shave routine. I rinse off that alum block. All right, and then I go in with, wow, one of the best products in the world, Thayers. This stuff right here, I don't even care if you own a safety razor, a straight razor, cartridge razor, these things. This stuff right here is so good. Goes on super slick. I've got to order some more of this Nivea. They got some new stuff out that I'm going to try. But I did notice this stuff used to be dirt cheap. Like, I think when I got it, it was $11 for 3 bottles. Now I think it's like $29. And I'm like, wow. So, everyone buying those products from my Amazon links, I appreciate it. Like I said, the only complaint I had with it is I think I used too much growth for it. But, it is what it is. But I would say, yeah, it's a go. If you want a Parker razor for $65 at the time of shooting this video, yeah, go for it. But I am going to put up I'll tag the 78R video right here because that to me was a really good shave for a fraction of the money, like half the cost. Keeping it real here at Ohio Shaves. My name's David. You guys have a great week, and I will see you next Sunday at 11 a.m. Come on, America.